All right, gentlemen, we're going to do a Gay-Lussac's law, or pressure-temperature relationship. Again, you wouldn't know that by looking at the problem, but when we get the givens, you would know, because the givens will help you figure out what equation to use. The pressure in the automobile tire is 27.6 psi. PSI is a unit for pressure. It's pounds per square inch. It's a force per area. So it's a pressure. So I'm just going to put P above that. At 25 degrees Celsius, that's a T. What will be the pressure if the temperature warms up to 37 degrees Celsius? Now again, this is a set. It's this at this, so it's P1 and T1. This will be P2 and T2. So now I'm just going to go through it, write my givens down. P1 equals 27.6 psi. T1 equals 25 degrees Celsius. P2 equals X. And T2 equals 37 degrees Celsius. Now, hopefully you're sitting there saying, Mr. O, these are in Celsius, we need to put them in Kelvin, and you would be correct. So Kelvin, we need Kelvin equals Celsius plus 273. So the first one is 25 plus 273. So the first one is 298. So 298 Kelvin. The second one is 37 plus 273. And that is going to wind up being 310 Kelvin. Now I look at my givens. P1, T1, P2, T2. That's going to be Gay-Lussac's law. P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. It's the only equation that would fit, only equation that matches up with those letters. Now I'm going to wind up, and again, pressure's PSI. It could be millimeters of mercury. It could be kilopascals. Doesn't really matter what the pressure is as long as the pressures are going to be the same. If they're not the same, then you need to convert one pressure to another. And I will post a problem like that later on. Okay, so let's put our things in here. 27.6 psi over 298 Kelvin equals X over 310 Kelvin. Okay, again, it is a proportion, so we're just going to cross multiply and divide. 27.6 psi times 310 Kelvin equals 298 Kelvin times X. I need to get X by itself, so divide both sides by 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin cancels out this side, leaving just X. Now on this side, the unit Kelvin cancels out. All right, leaves me with just a unit PSI, which is a unit for pressure, and that's what I'm looking for. Now I need to take my problem, 27.6 times 310 equals, and then I hit divide it by 298 equals, and that comes out to be, now 28.7114094 is what my calculator gives me. I don't want all that as an answer. You can round it to one decimal place. So to round to one decimal place, we draw a line after the first decimal place. Does that 1 round the 7 up? Okay, well no it doesn't, because it would have to be a 5 to round that up. So the answer is 28.7 psi equals X. Okay. Be careful, don't go doing the 9 rounds this up, rounds this up. You just draw a line right after wherever you want to round to, and then you look at everything, you throw away everything else. Does this round this up? Okay? And here is my answer to the problem.